Pride and Preposterousness. So, last Thursday, our neighborhood book club decided to spice things up a bit. Instead of our usual circle of tea, biscuits, and discussing Mr. Darcy's brooding charm, we thought it would be fun to act out scenes from Pride and Prejudice. You know, really get into the spirit of things. At first, everything was going swimmingly. Mrs. Jenkins, our resident Elizabeth Bennet, was particularly impressive with her disdainful glances and witty retorts. However, when we got to the part where Mr. Collins proposes, things took a curious turn. Larry, our quirky book club member who had insisted on playing Mr. Collins, seemed to have taken his role a little too seriously. With a flourish, he dropped to one knee, clasped Mrs. Jenkins' hand, and recited a proposal that seemed to have been written by someone who misunderstood the word romantic. It included a declaration about the excellent drainage of his estate and a promise that his cabbage patch was second to none. The rest of us were trying our best to suppress laughter, but it was clear Larry had his own interpretation of Austen's prose. As the evening wore on, our dramatics grew increasingly exaggerated. Somehow, Mrs. Thornton, who was playing Lydia, ended up convincing everyone that her character should have an epic sword fight with Mr. Wickham, played by none other than her rather timid friend Bob. So, armed with a pair of spatulas from the kitchen, they began a duel that looked more like a dance-off with kitchen utensils. Chaos ensued, with cries of "Unhand me, you rogue!" and "For the honor of the Bennet family!" echoing throughout the living room. By the end of the night, we were all in stitches, barely able to breathe from laughter. Our esteemed book club had turned into a comedy troupe, and our version of Pride and Prejudice had morphed into something entirely new. As we wrapped up and bid each other good night, Larry declared, "Well, that was certainly a night of pride and preposterousness." And with that, we knew our book club would never be quite the same again.